I don't want you up here. I'm trying to film. Go away. Hi everyone, I'm starting a new series on this channel and I want to tell you all about it because I'm very excited. When the idea kind of landed, as they do, I thought, ooh, like I really want to make these videos and I think you're really going to enjoy it too. So my new series is looking at living more sustainably. So my idea is that I want to try things, try little lifestyle changes, things that are very achievable, you know, potentially some swapping out for some more sustainable items, for example. And every month have a focus of something where that month I'm really trying that thing. And then at the end of it, make a video where I then say, this is how we got on, these are the pros and cons for us, talk about whether it's something we're going to carry on with or not, whether it's sort of become part of our life. I know I mostly make videos about books, but most of my books are about the environment. It's something I really, really love, and I feel like you're going to love this too. And hopefully, so each time I'm going to tell you what the next month is, and then you could try the things that I'm trying along with me if you wanted to. Yeah, I'm really excited about this idea. What I want to do in this sort of introduction video is just tell you a little bit about what the series will be, as I've just done. Tell you the first month, my first topic, and also just tell you a little bit about where we are as a family, where I feel we are in terms of being conscious of the environment. So my first month, what I want to focus on, and as I say, if you want to do this with me, then please feel free. And I don't know if this seems like a weird one to start with, but it just seems like something that feels inspiring to me right now, feels like something I want to do right now. And that is looking at the food that I cook. So what I mean by that is I think we, as many families do, stick with the same recipes. And I have certain things that I can cook from scratch. And I think that when you cook something yourself, you're going to have a food that's it's had less food miles as it's being produced, less energy put into that, you know, all the various processes of making something that's pre-packaged, hopefully less packaging as well along the way, and better for you, one would hope. So as I say, we tend to have certain things that I know how to cook, and then besides that it will be the easy frozen chips and, I don't know, sausage rolls or something like that. I don't know, I can't think of a good example, but something, just bung it in the oven, don't think too deeply about it. And of course, as a family, that makes life easier. But I feel like we're quite stale in what we do every meal because the kids only like certain things and you get stuck in a rut with stuff. So what I'm planning to do is try some new recipes, to try and get the kids to make them with me if I can, to get them excited about it, to get them to try things, to add some new things in that are going to be, you know, made with the fresh ingredients. So as I say, hopefully less production energy costs along the way, less packaging as well. Get them to try some things and see if we can introduce some new meals that will mean that we are more likely to try and cook something rather than those sort of packaged foods. So this is what I mean, they're going to be quite small things. Now the meals I'm going for, I should have got it actually, but if I move, the dog's gonna get up and that will be a whole thing. I'll put a picture up. I've got the green roasting tin, and I've only tried, I think, one recipe from this, and I've had this book for over a year. So with the green roasting tin, everything is vegetarian, there's a few vegan recipes, and the idea is everything is just put it into one dish, put it in the oven, and it's done. So easy as well, which should work really well. So we're also not adding meat into the mix here, which is going to be helpful environmentally as well. So I just thought if I pick some recipes out of that at least once a week, try them, get the kids to try them and see, do we find some things that we like that could be an easy, healthy and better, I think, for the environment option. So that's what I'm feeling inspired to do this month. If you'd like to do it along with me, it doesn't have to be that recipe book, but try and be conscious of not using ready-made foods that have involved lots of potentially additives and packaging and things being driven here to have that part of the process done and then here or whatever, all those things. So if you'd like to join me for it, have a go over the month, and at the end of the month then please add in the comments how you got on. If you're interested, I could put a Facebook group together where we can talk about these things as we go, if you'd like me to. So let me know in the comments if that's something you're interested in. Please also put in the comments some of the things you'd like me to try. So some of the ideas I have moving forward, I want to try learning more about foraging, and I want to try cooking with food that I have found. It's not all going to be about cooking. I want to look at using my car less, for example, and using public transport more. I'm thinking about things like maybe a no-buy month. I'm thinking about, could I buy my food like really consciously without packaging? I want to try refill stations. There's lots and lots of ideas I have, and every month I'm going to try something as much as I can over the month and let you know how easy or hard that was. I hope that sounds exciting to you. I feel excited, and I am looking forward to this month trying to cook some things that are going to be just like better in lots of different ways, but thinking about the sustainability of, you know, just popping some veg in there and not having like all that packaged like stuff. I hope that makes sense. I really haven't explained that very well, but I hope you get the gist. Anyway, I just wanted to finish off by talking a little bit about how sustainable, as I say, I feel we are. Nobody is perfect, and I think all these little things that you do add up. If everybody does little things, that makes a huge difference. As I looked out on my garden, I was like, oh, I want to do some gardening things. Welcome to the ADHD brain. That's on my list as well. As I was saying, so in terms of how sustainable I feel we as a family are. So to talk about food, since I already have done, I'm vegetarian, well, I'm pescatarian, my daughter is vegetarian, and the rest of the family really don't eat very much meat. So we've all massively cut down on our meat consumption, which is good for the environment. We do tend to try to cook from fresh quite a lot, but as I say, not enough. So I really would like to improve that this month. So yeah, in terms of food, we do that, but we definitely could do more in terms of, let's say, buying local and buying with less packaging and buying in season and stuff like that. So there's definitely things that we could do. We meal plan, we really don't waste very much food. Any of our sort of scraps and things either go to the chickens or to the dogs, so very little ever gets wasted. We try to live in general quite a minimal life. We're absolutely not perfect. I've got 3 kids, but we try to only buy things we really need. We try to research what we would like. We try to buy things secondhand if we can and care for things, repair things. And when we are done with stuff, to give it to a charity shop so someone else can buy that instead of buying it new, for example, or sell on Facebook Marketplace and things like that. So we try to be quite conscious about things. In terms of travel, we run 2 cars. My husband and I both have a car each, which I feel very fortunate about. And we've tried to be very conscious of taking opportunities to lift share. So if the children are going to a birthday party, seeing if somebody wants to share that lift so there's less cars going there. We try to, so if we need to go to the supermarket, we won't just go to the supermarket, we'll tie that into we're going somewhere else. If we're going on a longer journey, we choose the car with the best mileage to go on that journey if we can. We keep our cars in good condition. So we try to do things, but we definitely could use public transport more than we do. What else could I add to all of this? I do try to make choices like, choose cleaning products and cosmetics that are more natural or from companies that have better claims, for example. I use like wild deodorant. I use like reusable menstrual products. What else? Our cleaning products are things like Method. But again, like, could I make my own? Could I get them from a refill station, like buy in bulk, or, you know, those kinds of things to just reduce all of this stuff. I like to have a nice garden. I'm not very good at it, I don't think, but I try to encourage having lots of flowers, so hopefully lots of bugs. We have a much smaller garden than we used to have. In our old garden, we had big old hedgerows and trees and stuff that were full of all kinds of wildlife, much less so here, but I could definitely look at encouraging wildlife here, and I'm starting to think about that. I love a houseplant. I feel like there could be a houseplant episode where we look at encouraging some greenery within the home. So yeah. And actually, in terms of work, in terms of my books, I use a printer that has sustainable claims, I guess. The paper is FSC paper, so I can't claim that because we don't have the chain of whatever it's called, certification, but they do use FSC paper, and they have lots of environmental accreditations. That's a big part of why I chose them, and they're in the UK, so stuff isn't getting shipped around. And I do try to use like cardboard packaging, so I'm using up a little bit. If you bought self-publishing or milk, you would get it in like a jiffy bag, because I'm using up the packaging I have, and then I will move that size over to cardboard. But my children's books you would receive in a cardboard mailer from me. So I do try and think about all the different aspects, and can I try to make it as environmentally conscious as I can. So I think we're pretty good, but as always, I think there are things you can do, and there are definitely some things I would like to try, which is the whole point of this series. And I think sometimes we just get on with life and we do what we do. And so hopefully this will encourage me to go, okay, what if I tried this? And if it works, fantastic. Because some of the things, like let's say the wild deodorant, it really works for me. I like it. And so trying that was great, and now I use it. But there's been other things I tried, like when I tried the rock crystal deodorants, didn't work at all. So, but I think sometimes you need that, what's the word, like inspiration or accountability to make you actually try it, have a go at it, and reflect on whether it worked for you and your setup, your family. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I hope that sounds exciting. I'm excited by it, and I'm looking forward to it. So let me know if you'd like to join in. As I say, this month is going to be looking at cooking from scratch, so some nice healthy meals that have hopefully not travelled too far around the world or the country. Yeah, that's my plan. So if you're excited, please hit like. As I say, pop in the comments any things that you would like me to try. Let me know if you would like a group set up for this. We could even have one where we look at reading about sustainability. And I was thinking about looking at writing to politicians, like and taking action one, and I've got lots of different ideas, so I'm really excited. I know I'm starting with a small one, but that's because it feels doable and just really want to cook some stuff, so this makes me do it. So next month there will be a video where I'll have shown you some of the recipes I've made, let you know if anybody liked them, and if I will be continuing to do that going forward, if we found some things that can add into the stuff that we cook. So there we are. I'm excited. I think I've said that about 5 times. So yeah, if you've come across this video quite randomly, please hit subscribe. I do mostly talk about books, but I'm doing this now as well. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon. Take care.